From the world headquarters of Fox News, it's the Kelly File with Megyn Kelly.
New reaction tonight after polls push presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump ahead of Hillary Clinton for the first time ever. A new Washington Post poll showed Trump 2 points ahead of Clinton, marking the first time Clinton has managed to fall behind Trump in this poll, and pushing Trump ever so slightly ahead in the national average of all polls. Look at that. Joining me now, Chris Direwalt, our Fox News digital politics editor, and Howie Kurtz, who's the host of Media Buzz right here on Fox. Good to see you both.
Howdy.
Howie, what do you make of this?
Well, you know, these polls may prove ephemeral. There may be a Trump bump because of the fact that he's wrapped up the Republican nomination and Hillary is still fighting off Bernie. But they have profoundly changed the political conversation. I mean, the political establishment and the media establishment have confidently predicted that Donald Trump would be a disastrous nominee. Let's see, when was the last time anything like that happened? And now they have to reckon with the fact that, yes, he could actually be president.
Chris?
Well, look, we are where we were 4 years ago, and we were before that, and every time, which is they both start out at about 45%. Donald Trump does not run as an ordinary candidate. He does not campaign as an ordinary candidate. He is extraordinary. But as it turns out, voter behavior is quite ordinary, and he does look quite a lot like Mitt Romney in terms of the way his support looks. He's a little weaker among Republicans. He's a little stronger with men, a little weaker with women. But as we look across the broad spectrum here, he is functioning right now as a typical Republican nominee, and she is functioning as a typical Democratic nominee. They're just both a little lower because they're unpopular.
That's the thing, Howie, is that Romney got a 4-point bounce when he secured the nomination. Trump got a 4-point bounce when he effectively secured it. But you look back at this time, May of 1988, during that race, and Michael Dukakis was up 16 points over H.W. Bush at the time. It didn't wind up being the case in November.
Oh, I always get on my soapbox and say, you know, don't fall for these early May or June polls because so much can happen. The campaign isn't played out on paper, and these can change dramatically. But Trump had a psychological barrier to get over, which is if he went into the general election right now 10, 15, 20 points down, it would make the never Trump crowd say, aha, we see this guy was the next Barry Goldwater. And I think this has really, again, this is just a snapshot, but I think this siphons the gas out of the tank of the never Trump crowd and the super-duper long-shot third-party conservative bid crowd, because it shows that Trump, at least for now, is competitive.
Does it, Chris? Because, you know, obviously national polls are interesting, but the election is won or lost on the state-by-state polls, and in particular how it's going in the swing states.
And look, there are going to be different swing states this cycle, and that is becoming clearer and clearer.
Going to be what?
It's a lot of different swing states this time. Arizona, Georgia, typical Republican strongholds, those look to be swing states, but so does Minnesota, so does Wisconsin, Maine, New Hampshire. These are states with huge numbers of white voters,
so confusing.
Lots of blue-collar whites. So maybe. So we're getting, you know what we're getting to do? Look at the whole country again instead of just caring about 3 counties in Ohio and Florida, and that's good for us.
That's right. Now, the other thing that we've seen in these polls, though, Howie, is, oh my goodness, the electorate does not like these 2 people. They do not like them. The unfavorables are so high. They're kind of mean.
It's
Look,
kind of it's kind of an unpopularity contest. Yeah, you say, wow, Trump's unfavorables are so high. Oh, Hillary's not very popular either. So presumably, either it becomes a lesser of 2 evils kind of contest, or one of them manages to make the other more unacceptable. It doesn't seem like there's going to be election one on love, maybe more on ugliness.
Sounds fun.
So could make so many
like
jokes,
that.
but I'm not going to. It's great to see you both. Great to see you.
You bet.